with you, Alias. I am Miss Marian Santos, and in this video, we are going to talk about lesson number 6, which is all about Before we start our lesson, let me ask you if you know what is the most visited website in the world? Google is the most visited website in the world. So as we all know, it is a search engine. So nag-start siyang i-develop last 1996. It was actually a research project at Stanford University to find files from the internet. So why did I ask you what is the most visited website in the world? When you create your own web page, you are like creating your own work of art. So there are many things to consider para maipamahagi mo ng maayos or mas maintindihan ng mga viewers ng webpage mo yung message na gusto mong iparating sa kanila. So at the end of this video, you are going to learn the following items.
We have 6 principles to discuss here in this video, so let us start with the first principle. The visual weight of objects, texture, colors, and space is evenly distributed on the screen. This principle is called balance. So it has to do with what your eye does when you look at the photo. If your eye is too attracted to the one part of the image, it tends to get stuck there, resulting in an uneasy feeling. When you design a web page, for example, gumawa kayo ng PowerPoint presentation or nag-layout kayo, nag-collage kayo ng pictures, ginagamit or magagamit natin yung principle ng balance. There are 2 types of balance, so we have the symmetric and asymmetric. When we say symmetric, kung ano yung objects nakikita natin sa left side or sa upper part, ganun din yung nakikita natin sa right side or sa lower part. So as you can see here sa picture, kaya example natin parang puno. Kung ilan yung dami ng curves at kung gaano kalalaki yung curves doon sa left side, ganun din yung dami at yung laki niya sa right side. Okay, so magkamukhang magkamukha. They are identical. When we say asymmetric, although balanced sila, parehas silang meron 3 curves, pero yung position or yung laki nila hindi magkakaparehas. This sample layout shows a symmetric balance. So as you can see, iba yung objects na nasa left side at yung objects na nasa right side. So yung nasa right side natin ay picture, while yung nasa left side natin ay text. Although magkaiba yung objects na nasa right side at yung nasa left side, the layout still looks or feels stable. The next one is the emphasis. So an area in the design that may appear different in size, texture, shape, or color to attract the viewer's attention. Here sa lower part ng picture natin, as you can see, we have here set of white balls, pero merong isang color red na ball. Dahil iba yung kulay niya, okay, nag-stand out siya doon sa group na yon. Okay, so ito naman example ng web page that shows also emphasis. So yung ibang text, ibang words, ibang sentences na makikita natin dito sa web page. Kung ano yung color ng background, ganun din yung color ng background niya. Pero yung word na modern homes, meron siyang background na red, kaya na-emphasize na yun yung topic or yung web page na yun is all about modern homes. Sinuportahan din siya ng pictures ng mga modern houses. Movement. Visual elements guide the viewer's eyes around the screen. Such movement can be directed along lines, edges, shape, and color within the work of art. This is an example of a web page. So here it shows the eye movement pattern in a web page. Usually, yung movement ng mata ng viewers kapag nagbabasa siya or tumitingin siya ng isang web page, ganito. Mag-start siya sa top, from left to right. So, kung picture yon, tignan niya from left to right, and then yung sumunod na part, kung another picture ba yon or kung text ba yon, another paragraph, from left to right, and then yung lower part again, from left to right. So, yun yung common na movement ng mata ng viewers kapag tumitingin siya ng web page. Pattern, repetition, and rhythm. To differentiate the three terms, repetition refers to one object or shape repeated. So, gumagamit lang siya ng isang object. For example, rectangle. So, paulit-ulit lang siya ng rectangle. While yung pattern, combination of elements or shapes repeated in a recurring and regular arrangement. So, for example, you chose circle and triangle. So, paulit-ulit lang siya. Circle, triangle, circle, triangle. While yung rhythm naman, combination siya of elements na nauulit, pero unlike pattern, merong variations yung pagkakasunod-sunod niya. When we say variations, for example, nauna mong ilagay yung shape na rectangle followed by a triangle and circle. So, yung next part, pwedeng mauna naman yung circle, triangle, and rectangle. In rhythm, you are using same elements pero not necessarily pare-parehas yung arrangement nung elements or nung shapes na yun. Identify if the picture shows a pattern or a rhythm. The next one is the proportion. Visual elements create a sense of unity where they relate well with one another. For example, kapag nag-drawing ka ng human figure, proportion can refer to the size of the head compared to the rest of the body. So, kailangan yung laki ng ulo na dinodrawing mo, sakto lang siya doon sa laki ng katawan. Hindi masyadong malaki yung ulo niya para doon sa katawan. So, sa web page, or sa picture, kahit na meron kang iba't ibang size, iba't ibang amounts, iba't ibang dami, they relate well with each other. Kung titignan nyo dito sa picture, ginawa nila ng camera trick na parang yung tao nasa ilalim ng droplet ng tubig. In reality, mas malaki yung tao kasi sa bote. Pero, still, nagkaroon ng unity yung dalawang object o yung dalawang subject ng picture na yun. Variety. This uses several design elements to draw a viewer's attention. Kapag gumagawa tayo ng PowerPoint presentation, hindi lang yung text yung nilalagay natin. Okay, so, minsan nag-i-insert tayo ng mga pictures, minsan naglalagay pa tayo ng GIF, para mas maging kaaya-aya yung itsura ng presentation na gagawin natin. So, sa web page, minsan meron tayong mga interactive na buttons na nilalagay, para mas maging responsive tignan yung web page natin. For example, si Google. Every time na merong event, kapag nagpunta kayo sa browser niya, pag binisita niyo yung web page niya, yung search engine or yung word na Google, minsan nag-iiba-iba. So, minsan pag kinlik mo yung word na Google, may lumalabas na laro. Minsan kapag halimbawa Pasko, may kita mo yung itsura ng word na Google, meron siyang designs na pang Christmas. Gumagamit siya ng iba't ibang elements para mas makuha pa yung atensyon ng mga viewers niya.
Now that you all know the 6 basic principles in graphics and design, let's now move on to our next topic in this lesson, which is all about infographics. So watch this video on how to create an infographics using a picture chart.
Creating a visual project in Pictochart is super easy, no matter what your role is. Just watch and we'll show you. This is your Pictochart account. When you log in, the first thing you'll see is a templates dashboard. This is where you'll select a previously saved project or create a new project by choosing a template format on the left side of the screen, either infographic, presentation, or printables. Just search or scroll down and browse through the templates list, clicking preview on templates that you think you'll like until you find exactly the one you want to use. Be on a sharp lookout for structure or layout. Think roadmaps, comparisons, lists, etc. Let's go ahead and select this template called Startup Basic. Just click Create to start editing your template. Once you're situated in the Piktochart editor, you'll see that it'll be super easy to customize your chosen template. The formatting is already taken care of for you. You just need to go in and change text to fit your needs and change colors on the canvas using our color palette or your own hex values. You can even use a photo and set it as a background too. Changing up a template is exactly how you'll turn one of our templates into your own creation. While charts are certainly an option, let's go ahead and add a map in the next block and repurpose it by changing the percentages and the text description next to it. Let's scroll down to the next block. Here you can see that the basic design and simple layout and spacing is already done for you. All you need to do is once again change the text, maybe add some hyperlinks to outside articles or videos, delete the current icons, and add icons and photos of your own choosing. If you don't find icons or photos that you want from our library, there's no need to worry. You can easily upload your own images, brand logos, and icons here by clicking on the Upload section. You can see that you're quickly changing this template to reflect the exact project we're going for. Let's go ahead and clone this block to add another section to our project. Remember to hold Shift when clicking to select two or more elements on the canvas. And finally, our tools are intended to provide data visualizations to back up whatever story you're trying to tell. Here in our Charts feature, all you need to do is simply plug in or import your data. Choose your chart format, and off you go. You can choose many variations of charts, like this icon matrix, where you can portray your data with an icon of your choosing. You'll notice that if you're using Piktochart right, everything should be falling into place with relative ease and speed, and that the changes you're making are pretty straightforward and clear because you're using our templates to your advantage. Our editor does the creative work for you. All you have to do is customize our templates for your needs. Once you're done making edits to your project, there are a few things you can do with it. First, you can make an exact copy of your project by clicking Save As, so that you can work on another variation of it in the future. You can also download your project as an image or PDF and share those as attachments in email or print them from your desktop. Or you can publish your project by clicking on the Share button. Publishing your project will give your audience permission to see your project no matter how you share it. You can give them the custom link, embed your project on your website or blog, directly share it with someone using a Piktochart, or, if it's for everyone to see, share it with your social media followers on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, or Pinterest. What will happen is when your audience clicks on your shared link, they'll be taken straight to the project. They'll then be able to view your project, interact with it, and leave comments as well. If I were conducting a live webinar or in-person presentation, I could also hop into Piktochart's presentation mode and flip through each block as if they were slides. There's plenty more to learn about Piktochart and creating visual projects, so play around and have some Pikto fun. We're always here to help and willing to answer any questions you may have, so jump right in and get started with creating your project. Thanks and happy Piktocharting!